Hey, what's going on everybody? Today we're doing a No Way Home tier list, so let's hop right into the video. I just want to say, spoiler warning. I'm going to try my hardest not to give away any spoilers, but if I do, I just don't want to ruin the movie for anyone or ruin the experience for anyone. So please click away now if you don't want anything spoiled at all, because I'm going to try and not spoil it, but just in case, please click away now. I also just want to say that this is just my opinion. You guys can have your own opinion on this tier list. You could rank one of the villains higher than what I've ranked, or completely different to me. You might have the same opinion as me, but this is just my opinion. So please do not get angry if I've put a character you really loved in a place that you don't agree with. Just putting that out there, and also let me know your tier list in the comments down below, because I would love to see what you would say about each of these characters. So let's just hop right into it. So first, obviously, starting with Electro. Now, I wasn't the greatest fan of Electro in Amazing Spider-Man. I do like Electro as a character, but I don't like how they did him in Amazing Spider-Man 2. They could have done so much. He had so much more potential than what they did with him, and they just wasted him, I feel like, and they made his characters just kind of stupid. I was a fan of the blue design though. I did like the blue design, and I know many people didn't actually like that, and because it wasn't as comic accurate as the new one in No Way Home is, obviously with the yellow electricity, and that was blue electricity. But I wasn't the greatest fan in Amazing Spider-Man. But in this movie, No Way Home, I think they fixed everything wrong with Electro. Everything that was bad about Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2, they fixed and made it 10 times better. Now, this character, I really enjoyed all of his interactions with Spider-Man and all of his interactions with the villains. I just loved what they did with him. All of his fight scenes were amazing, and everything. I loved his costume design, and I loved the golden electricity with the golden crown. So for that, I think I'm going to put him in A tier. This may change, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he's going to stay in A tier. Next is Lizard. Now, God, he was a terrible character. I hated the redesign of him. I think the design is horrible. He looks like a Ninja Turtle. He had like about 3, 4 scenes the whole movie. He didn't really do much. There was no point of him being there. Of course, there had to be a character like that in the mix of these villains, but I just did not like him one bit. I hated the redesign. If you agree with me on that, please let me know, because I hated it. So for that, he's going in D tier. I really did not like the Lizard. Next, Sandman. Now, I love Sandman in not Amazing Spider. I love Sandman in Spider-Man 3. I thought he was an amazing character. I like what he was fighting for and what he didn't fight for, and how he interacted with Spider-Man. But in this movie, I loved him at the start of the movie. In the middle of the movie, he was right, but to the end, I wasn't the biggest fan. But I did like his interactions with Spider-Man and the other villains. I really did love that. But I just towards the end, I really didn't like this guy. I just really didn't. So for me, I'm gonna put him in B tier, because I liked him at first, but towards the end, I started to like, he's just getting quite annoying. But I don't know, because I do love the Sandman, I really do. But in this movie, I just think he wasn't that good. That's just my opinion, though. Next, Green Goblin, one of my favourite villains of all time in Spider-Man and even in the Marvel Universe. I love Green Goblin. I love Willem Dafoe playing him. I don't think anyone else could play him any better. I think he's perfected the role of Green Goblin. I love how scary Green Goblin can be sometimes, and how scary Willem Dafoe can play Green Goblin. He's just an amazing character, and in this movie, what they've done with Green Goblin was, oh my god, I adored it. I absolutely love what they did with Green Goblin in this movie. I loved him in Spider-Man 1, and I loved him in No Way Home. I think he is one of the greatest villains in Spider-Man history. Oh my, if you haven't seen it, you'll see how scary he really is in this movie. I was getting chills just watching the performance. So for that, I have to put him in S tier, because I just really loved his character and what they did with it. So last but not least, Doc Ock. Now, I loved Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2 as well. I really, really loved that movie. That's one of my favourite Spider-Man movies. And Doc Ock in this movie was just as good. And I also love what they did with him in this movie. I think what they did, they perfected Doc Ock here. They finished off his story and I just loved it. I loved his interaction with Spider-Man, obviously Tom Holland, because they've never seen each other before. I loved it, and I loved the fight scenes between him and Spider-Man 2, because it's just incredible. That shouldn't be a spoiler because it's in the trailer anyway. But like what they did with Doc Ock in this movie was good. Some parts I was like, oh, could have changed, but I adored him in this. So for that, I am gonna put him, I think, in A tier, above Electro, 100%. Can I change that? Yeah. 100% above Electro, because I really love Doc Ock. He's so close to being an S tier. I feel like he could probably make it an S tier. If I were to do this again, I probably would put him in S tier. I loved him that much. But looking at this, I think all the characters are perfect where they need to be. Lizard is the worst in this movie. Green Goblin is the best, and Sandman, Doc Ock, and Electro is perfectly in the middle. I think that's perfect. If you have a different opinion, please let me know, because I would love to see your opinion. But I think this is perfect. Yeah, this is perfect for me. No Way Home was an amazing movie. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, because it's one of the best Marvel movies out there to date. I loved every part of the movie. I'm sure you guys will love every part of the movie as well. And like I said, if you haven't watched it, go watch it, please. And if you're new around here, drop a sub, drop a like. It's almost Christmas, so make sure everyone here has a good Christmas. And I'll see you all